Hi guys, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Abby. And today we are going to be reading from our journals. We have little jars with like a year, month, and day, and then we'll pull one from each, and then we'll find the closest day to the date that we pull out, and then we're going to read it.
It might get a little bit interesting because I put in years that I know Abby hasn't journaled. So Abby might have to put it back and get a different year. We're also both sick, so she's less sick than me. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. So, do you want to go first or not?
I'll go first. 1999. Nope. I was 4. 2012. Oh. Okay. October. Oh no. October 29th.
Whoa, it's a long one. You can just read as much or as little as you want. Just you have to read some.
Age 17. I'm gonna skip the log part. Okay, so we're going to our friend's house for Hannah's birthday. Lauren took us to her house. She made a birthday cake for Hannah because she felt bad she hadn't last time. Okay, we weren't going to Lauren's house for your birthday. We were just going to Lauren's house as for a sleepover, but it was close to Hannah's birthday, so we talked and spent some time looking for a movie on Netflix. We got so frustrated with them.
Oh, I remember
before
we couldn't even find the Sound of Music on there. I remember that.
They didn't have the Sound of Music or Anakin Gables or Pollyanna, either one. Or Night at the Museum or The Ultimate Gift or anything else. We were astonished. Remind me to never to get Netflix. Arg! This is before we understood what Netflix works. If anyone wants to donate a subscription to Netflix,
we wouldn't pass it up.
We decided to have Mom bring us some movies when she came to quiz practice. Oh, this is so boring. We had an ongoing joke about folding these towels, and at one point she hid them from us.
What?
I don't know. I'm on a team with Nathan and Jonathan. This is my face sticking out tiny face. It's pretty funny. I think this is for the quiz meet. Yeah. Because at the end of the month. We wanted to be face down, but Mr. and Mrs. Brooks vetoed it. Bewildered, we kept looking. Finally, we decided to be our backup name. Very inspirational. Was. Yep. We were Trinity was.
Wait, what's the embarrassing thing that happens?
It was a very bad practice for me in 2 ways. 1, I wasn't doing well quizzing wise at all. And 2, I kept opening my big mouth and making a fool of myself. I was 17. Jonathan was like 13. One round, Jonathan and I had this unspoken arrangement that when one of us got a question, the other one would hold up their hand and we would do an air high five instead of running over and giving a quizzing high five. Mm-hmm. He was on the other side of the room. It was pretty funny. The things that I thought were funny.
I was just like, that's so like classic. Like you do that all the time, but you guys are like, oh,
it's so funny. Once I had gotten one right, and instead of waiting for him to give me a high five, I held up a hand and gave him a high five. I don't think he realized it though. I'm confused.
Wait, so he got it. Wait, you got it right. Oh, you held up your hand first, like to give him like as if he should be giving you a high five. Or you getting it right?
A really embarrassing thing happened in a different round. I had been zoning, and someone from the other team got one right. For some reason, my brain thought it was Nathan or something because I automatically stuck my hand out for a quizzing high five. Still not really paying attention. I was just kind of staring ahead of me on autopilot mode. I got a rude awakening when everyone started laughing, and Nathan said something about how he hadn't gotten the question. I played back my short-term memory and realized that it was someone on the other team. I laughed and retracted my hand and apologized for being such a ditz.
I don't think we've mentioned before, but Katie changed her name, and so her name used to be Grace. So in our journals, if we refer to Grace, it's actually Katie. November 3rd, 1999. I might have this. This is 2000. Yeah, I'm not sure I have anything before 2000.
Why did you put in 19?
I couldn't remember.
Well, then go for 2000.
Okay, I don't have November 3rd, but I have November 4th.
2000.
I'm 10, guys. The day before yesterday, we went to Uncle Ron's funeral.
Oh no, I was gonna say
This is my great uncle. And we didn't really know him that well. It was sad. But as the preacher said, it was our time of rejoicing because Uncle Ron is in heaven. I saved some leaves from his funeral, but 2 broke, leaving 1. I gave it to Mom.
That's a little obvious.
I'm required to fill out this whole page for school.
Gotcha.
I gave it to Mom, who stayed with Luke at Scott's house. Luke was
Less than
than one. Scott is my dad's cousin. Oh, I say that. Speaking of Scott, his brother, Daddy's cousin, they're
both his cousins.
Sean. I've never seen him in person before. They also had daily bread there at the church. Daily bread was like a devotional.
That was at 3:50. 3:19 to 3:50.
That took me what? Half an hour to write that. That's so awkward, especially because it makes you remember things I don't want to remember.
Okay, 2014. These journals are all 2012. I ended in May 2014. So should I go with 2013?
Sure.
I was journaling on my phone, mostly. So, okay, so I got July 10th, but I have July 7th and July 17th. Should I go to
Probably
July
the
7th?
7th.
Can we not?
Do you want to do the 17th?
I'll try the 17th. When I started journaling on my phone, it's a lot more vulnerable. Okay, so I was 19? Dear Diary. It all started when Luke knocked on my door. I was peacefully getting dressed, minding my own business, when someone knocks. After going through the usual routine and me refusing him entrance, since I was indecent, he said, "Okay, Mom got a call from Daddy and he thinks he's going to be laid off." My mind could not comprehend those words, and I thought I must have misunderstood, so I peeked out the door and said, "Daddy thinks he's going to be laid off?" He nodded, and I could tell he was serious. Besides, we just don't tease that way. I started contemplating what that meant, and that simply made me more shaky. Oh my gosh. This sounds so petty and first world problem-y. Okay. But you know, it's scary. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, we could lose the house. We'll probably have to eat less. We'll probably lose our phone plan. You get the idea. Then I started praying, really more like crying out to God. I didn't think our life could get any worse, but now I can see that it could, and just did. What are we supposed to do? I know you know what you are doing here, but I am just broken here. Please help us through this. I thought I was being smothered before, but now I am slowly dying. Or things sort of like that. That doesn't sound so cheesy. It always does when I write it down. It was confirmed by 11 o'clock that indeed he was laid off. We were all super gloomy today. Depressed would be putting it mildly.
It's so weird though, like, looking back, like, the stuff was like, I mean, obviously, it would have been, like, really a lot harder if he went for a really long time without having a job, but thankfully he didn't. Like, the time that he lost his job before that, he went for a really long time, so that's probably why, but
yeah, I was gonna say,
looking back now, it's like, it wasn't that big of a deal in this whole scheme of things.
It was actually really nice for learning how to drive. It's just fascinating to see, like, the dark place where I was back then.
Yeah. I'm not sure I have this. Well, because this is 2017. Most of my journals this year have been voice journals, so July 20th? Well,
no way.
We'll give it a whirl. Oh no, there isn't, because I went from October 2016 to October 2017 without journaling anything.
Do you want to pick a different year?
Sure. 2011. I love this journal. I still love this journal. I drew pictures of my journal. Oh gosh, why do we have to be so cringy? Okay, found it. Oh my gosh.
What is
Did
it?
I really do that? Okay, so there's a story about this embarrassing thing I did at the gym. I would do this thing back when we used to work out at the gym. I would see people that looked like people that I knew, or looked like someone that I could know, or he looks like he could be in the military or whatever. I don't remember exactly if it was like a dare or something, but sometimes my family would be like, "Oh, did you ask them like if they were related or whatever?" And I was just young enough. Well, no, I wasn't. I was old enough to know better.
She's 21.
I'm 22. Yeah, 21. That I would do things like go up to them and ask. I'm gonna skip the vlog part and get to the story. At Thrive, I had an encounter with our neighbor, his name is Mr. Lombardo, with Mr. Lombardo's long-lost brother at Thrive.
Oh my gosh.
Because I thought that he looked like Mr. Lombardo. I left my stuff in his way, and he asked me if it was my stuff. Yes, not intentionally. Just accidentally, so this is why I had an interaction with him, so I felt bound to. I, who had been blissfully ignorant, listening to my music and stretching, told him I'd move it, which I moved to do. Just as he got on one of the stretching machines, I, true to my assertion to Peter, that's our brother, said to him, I have to ask you a question. I'm guessing that I had told Peter that if I had an interaction with him that I would ask him. Before I go on, he pulled out a bud, and an earbud, and said in a most Yahoo manner and looking slightly irritated, huh? I forgot to say that he is a singular 100% certifiable Yahoo. I don't know how to describe Yahoo. Basically like a Hanyak, like a young trendy kid, kind of.
Not here. I don't know you.
I've gone too far to turn back. However, so I continued in my best Billy fashion.
Gosh.
Do you know Joe Lombardo? Now a look of faint amusement mingled with his Yahoo disinterest as he replied, never heard of him. Oh well, I thought it was a good try. I told him my brother and I thought they looked similar and wondered if they were related or something, smiley face. Okay, so apparently Peter and I had a discussion, and Peter was probably too chicken to do it himself. So he sicked me on the guy. I listened to 4 hours of Ivanhoe straight. It was date night, and for whatever reason we decided we would dress Katie up as Cousin. I don't remember what ancient TV show that's from. Look it up. We didn't watch it, our parents did.
Did you put September 5th? Oh, that's Lauren's birthday, right? 2012.
This is just a really boring day.
I had to get up early, in quotes. Normal time equals early on vacation.
Yes, we're on vacation.
I think we're on days not working, which means we don't have school. To go to Thrive so that Mom could be home in time for the decorator. I'm pretty sure it's spelled wrong. From Costco. She was giving Mom and Daddy a quote for blinds in the study and their bathroom. The weird thing about her, though, is that her daughter rents from the Brightons. Today was one of those days. Was one of those where it takes all day to do anything. It took me all day to do my cleaning, except for the part of the day when I did my Bible quizzing. I'm still getting into the quizzing groove, trying to remember all the steps. We did date night. Barely. The network was so slow.
Oh my gosh. We just thought we had a Wi-Fi problem. I love how you underline the names of movies.
Hey, this was schoolwork.
So
I underlined the names of movies because that's the proper thing to do.
2002, August 2nd. I wrote in like gel pen. Any people my age out there remember when gel pens were the hottest thing. And it's like really hard to read some of the stuff. I think it's basically just like a summer recap because this is in August.
Yeah. We have a pet! Who was that?
Justin the caterpillar. I've told so many people that story. So we kept this caterpillar named Justin. We found him in the backyard. Put him in a jar with some leaves.
In our backyard.
And we're trying to keep him as a pet. And then he was getting a little lethargic, so we found him a friend. Justin is gone. Oh my gosh, Justin had a middle name. I forgot. Anyhow, Justin is gone. We looked for him or another one, but couldn't find him. So I guess he escaped. Because at one point, when we did this, one of them died. So
maybe Ruth died.
I don't remember. Ruth was the friend. We have seen a lot of dogs recently. First, there's Hershey. Hershey is the Hayden's dog. And we also had a slug roast. How you do that is you take a biscuit,
That's literally like impossible.
raw, from a package, and wrap it, PACEDG, and wrap it around on a stick and cook it on a campfire until golden brown. Put in a slug of honey or jam or both in the cup biscuit. Hershey was cute and was all
I was gonna say, yeah, get back to the subject.
over balls and frisbees, but not petty. Next is Theo. He loved balls and liked being petted. If you could hold him,
I love how you got food distracted there for a moment.
if you could hold him still. I finally won him over. I played ball with him, and whenever he got tired, I petted him. It took me a while to hold him, but I finally did. I think he liked me. He was the Lindbergh's dog. Next is Blue. He belongs to an elderly man we saw at Sears. We saw him at Sears.
Was a dog named Blue.
He, Blue, was furry and black and tan in color.
How old were you?
Not quite 12, I was 11. He just had a flap for a tail. Moving on. Next is Major. We really didn't see him, but Melissa told us about him. Melissa Andrews comes from one of the families at church and is one of our friends.
You explain everything.
Apparently I'm just like I am now. Except that they're not related to us, but they do have our last name. Major is the Andrews dog. The reason they called him that was, first of all, Major is a musical term, and second of all, Major is a position in the army, and her dad was in the army. We went to a barbecue with many people. Not very many were from Trinity, our church. You could ride on 7 or 8 inch wide trains. We had a good time there.
They were only 7 or 8 inches wide.
Well, it was probably like a foot. I was 11. All in all, we probably rode at least 7 or 8 trains, not all different. We are reading The Lord of the Rings. It is terrific and scary so far. Grandma and Granddad are here. Grandma brought Monopoly with her. She also brought us new markers to color with while she is here. Oh, the end.
Wait. Bring that back out. We have to appreciate the beautiful 2000s-ness of this. Jellies.
So that's all we're going to do today from our journals, because this is going to be a really long video otherwise. But
Oh, it still is.
yeah, but I mean, we each probably have about at least 15 journals. And so
No, I have 11.
11. Okay. We both have lots of journals, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and tell us in the comments below if you want us to do it again, and what your favorite day was that we did. This favorite embarrassing story. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell button to get notifications every time we post a video. If you want to see what we're doing in between videos, our social media links are in the description below.
See you guys next week.
Bye!
I can't remember all of the words because I don't listen very often. Yeah, I don't listen to it very often.